Hello everybody, this is Grant, also known as the Collector 75, and welcome to another Transformers knockoff third-party review. It's a bit of a grey area on that one. This is the Transfamer Dinosaur, also known as a slightly oversized version of Dinobot from Beast Wars. I saw this and I had to get it. I haven't really got a lot of money at the moment, but I promised myself if there was a figure like this that I saw, I would try and get it. So I did. A little bit pricey for what it is, but I really, really wanted it. Yes, let's get him out of the box, I think, because the box doesn't really do a lot. It's got some nice, probably ripped off artwork on it, because I'm sure one of them says DO 2010, so I'm sure I nicked that from somewhere, but there we go. Anyway, right, so let's get rid of the box. Knocks my camera out of the way as well. And he comes in this nice clamshell. He has some instructions in here as well. There's a nice little thing from the TV show there, a bit dark, but there we go. And another one from the TV show up there, which is kind of cool. I like all that stuff. Don't think they've probably got mainframes permission to use all that, but there we go. Anyway, right, so there's the instructions. Now, let's get the toy out. Now, some people, I've seen one or two reviews of this guy, and some people are a little bit negative of it, and I can understand why, but I really like it. If you know me, or you've been following my channel for a long time, you know I actually really like the Beast Wars. I weren't too big, massive fan of it when it first came out, because I thought, what a travesty, they're all animals and they're not cars and stuff. But the more I watched it and the more I got into it, I realised, do you know what? It's not that bad, and I really, really loved it. Now, this is Dinobot. Now, by far, he was one of the better characters in Beast Wars, for good reason as well. I'm trying to get him to stand up. You can sort of get him in that classic sort of raptor-y pose, because you cannot move the blooming head, which I find ever so annoying. Right, so we're going to try and go for this stance. There we go. We've got sort of a raptor-y look there. These legs have got some great articulation. They've got more bits of articulation than you'll see in any toy anywhere. You can rotate them up here. This also separate piece here, that rotates as well for some unknown reason. You're going to get a rotational joint here. They're going to come out this way. They also rotate at the ankles. These little claws here move, and those claws there move. So you're going to get a lot of articulation. These are on ball joints, and of course you can move the hands, and it's just good. I like it. And you can even open the mouth, and he's got a nice little set of teeth in there. If you want my opinion, I wish this is a minor nitpick, whatever you want to call it, if they could have made that head just look a bit more like Dinobot out of the animation. I don't know why, it's all right, but it just doesn't scream it looks like Dinobot, but there we go. Right, so that's his dinosaur mode. Now, I always found with Beast Wars toys that the animal mode is where they always lacked, because trying to pose them, get them into any decent pose was always a problem, because, you know, they got so many bloody legs and all that, and trying to pose an animal, it wasn't always the easiest. So I'm not going to spend too much longer on this, but he's pretty good. I like the paint scheme, and it feels good. It's a good quality. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I got this from Sir Toys. I'll put a link in the below. I think it was about $30-ish. 34 maybe, possibly a little bit more than I wanted to, but it wasn't too high, so I was acceptable to pay that. But he's all right. I like him. Right, so let's transform him. Now, he does have the same kind of transformation as the original, although it's been improved. So we're going to take the tail off, exactly like we used to do with the original. Now then, where do we go from here? Bring these out to here. I did transform this yesterday, and it's got quite a novel transformation. Now you're going to bring these legs out even, and at the same time you've got to start rotate these around, which is kind of cool. Then what do? We sort of move this out. It's a bit weird. Move this one out. Then you've got to rotate it 180. Get that bloody leg out of the way. And then, as you can see, there's a little post here, and that is going to go straight into that port there. So that will lock in there. Right, and then you've got his legs round the right way. We're going to concentrate on the legs for now. Then we're going to tuck these little feet in there. If you've ever seen, who is it, the Deluxe Insecticon Chop Shop, it's pretty much like him. I like that. Or just, we're going to tuck in. Because now as you get him out of the way, it fills in this gap, which is kind of nice. So we're going to rotate that around. Rotate that. I mean, you can rotate it how you want, really. Get the best effect to how you like it. And then just rotate his feet out. And his feet are on ball joints. So you're going to get a little bit, not much. As you can see, I don't really rotate that much. But you're going to get a bit. And then we're going to rotate them. Like so. Oh, that one is a bit dodgy, that one. Got to be careful with it as well, because it's a KOE third-party thing. Be careful with the tolerance of the plastic. Anyway, right, so then we are going to start bringing these up. Now, this section here, on his midsection, sort of rotates up. We're going to bring it around. That rotates just a little bit more. And then we're going to rotate that until it's sort of flush, like so. And then we get that filled in. I'm going to stand him up ever so slightly if I can bend him at the knees. There we go. Right, I'm just going to angle my... I don't know, I'm not actually... Do you know what I'm going to do? What have I done with it? I've got my logo board game, which I use to prop my camera up. There we go. So we're going to prop that up. Look at this. The modern world, eh? There we go. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? There we go. Right, so then we get him into this position. Now we're going to rotate his arms down and out of the way. Rotate these around. Rotate them around. And then he's got his hands. I like to do this because because then they're just done. Right, so rotate them around. And then we've got his robot arms. Now then, we have to come around here. Now this I like. Open out these ports or panels, whatever you want to call them. Try and get your fingernail in there if you can. There's 3 of the blooming things to do. So we're going to open them out. We've got his robot head tucked away. Then you've got to try and close them all back up. Close that back one first. Pain in the bloody arse, isn't it? Because the side ones tab into a little port, panel, post, whatever you blooming call it. And then they also tab into this back panel here. Right, so once we've done that, you can start to rotate it around. And then I think this head, you got to push it right into that little thing there. And then bring it all the way down, like so. Now, I'm not totally sure if I've got that exactly right. It doesn't really tab in much around there or anywhere. I'm not sure if that mouth is supposed to tuck into the middle there, but I can't seem to get it in there. So I'm not totally sure about that bit. But either way, once you've got in there, he don't look too bad. Now, he seems very lanky, but Dinobot always was. And I really like it. Now, I don't have any other Beast Wars toys out to give a size comparison to it, unfortunately, but I do have Nitro Zeus, who's just lost his head. If I can jam him back in there. Hold on. There we go. Now, he is a Voyager-sized toy. And you can see he's roughly the same size. Maybe he's not got the same mass as this guy, but he's definitely that sort of size. So he's a good size, how he should be. Because obviously the original was a deluxe size toy. And he's all right. I really don't mind him. I mean, he's just maybe a bit too lanky. I don't know. Not sure what it is. I'm not too keen on. I can't really put my finger on it. But he's all right. Maybe that chest sticks out too much. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But he's got a good robot head. Let me see if I can get him in closer here. That's not too bad. Now, the mouth doesn't have any teeth in it. What I managed to do, I don't know if it's really going to show up too well. I'm going to try and get him in. On my one, I managed to paint the teeth in using my liquid chrome pen. And then what I did was I just did a wee splodge of it on a bit of plastic. And then I used like a nail or a point of something. And then I just literally dabbed it in there. And it sort of, it does make it look like now he's got those sort of like teeth in there, like you should have, those razor sharp teeth. And so that makes him a little better in my opinion. He does come with his gun. Now, this is an iconic gun. I believe this was Rat Trap's gun, usually. But they used it in the episode Code of Hero, which is probably one of the better episodes of Beast Wars. And now he does just fit straight into there. Now, when you get it in there, and you close his hand up around it, it looks all right. But it's at the wrong angle for me. And I don't like it. It just doesn't look natural. So what I do is I pull it out, open up his hand a little bit, just jam it slightly in there, and then you can use the hand just to hold on to it. And then he's got a better angle for me to hold it, but obviously he's not going to hold it in there too well. But that ain't too bad. And then, of course, you can give him his iconic sword, which I think he was going to commit Harry Curie, is it Harry Curie? Whatever it is. And there we go. There's his iconic sword, and he's all right. I like him. And now I love Dinobot. I think the character was really good, which I'd love them to do is an upgraded Transmetal 2 Dinobot, because I love Transmetal 2 Dinobot. You can split this to give him that weird weapon that opens up. Oh, I didn't realise he got another sword in here as well, so that's handy. So there we go. You can give him that weird spinning weapon that he sometimes had, and of course he's going to hold that in his hand. He's got the right tab, so I'm assuming it will. I'm not going to do it. Actually, yeah, come on, let's do it. Right, let's take that bloody gun out. Right, so here we go. Right, so that should go in there probably like that, probably. Is it going to go in there? Which way does it want to go in? Looks like it should. Oh, there we go. So it's the wrong angle. There we go. All right, so then you close it up. It will hold. There we go. There we go. And of course, you can hold him a bit better like that. And there's your iconic Dinobot. You can bend these, rotate these, try and not get those things. And there we go. And then he's all right. I like him. I do like him. I mean, when you look at some of those, how bad those Beast Wars figures were that come out in about 96, 97, this is like 100% improvement. So that's why I like it so much. I mean, yeah, it's got its flaws, but I can easily overlook them when you consider or look at some of those older Beast Wars figures. I really like it. For me, that will replace the original Dinobot, and I think if you had your Ultra Optimus Primal, I can't remember what, just the original first Gorilla that came out, he would look brilliant next to him. I was going to put some Maximal symbols on him, but as far as I could see, he never had any Maximal symbols, because obviously he always thought of himself still as a Predacon, even though he switched sides. He had the same kind of characterisation as Carnavac did in the old UK comics. So that was always good. That his honour was more important than being a bad guy, which I really liked. Right, so this has been Graham, the Collector 75. Oh, he's just fallen over. Oh, there it is, that's fallen out. That one don't stay in there too well, to be honest. But I was never a big fan of that weapon anyway. Yeah, so anyway, so this has been Graham, the Collector 75 with Dinobot. And I shall see you all next time. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram at the Collector 75. And of course, if you want to support my channel, you can using the links below. Also, down in the links below will be a link to this toy, if you're interested in buying it. And if you're into your Beast Wars, it's actually pretty good. I like it. I mean, yeah, I do like it. So anyway, I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.